Most people run away from an erupting volcano, but not Pliny the Elder. Oh no, he took one look at Mount Vesuvius, exploding like a cosmic firework, and said, "Boys, get the warships! We're going in." This is the story of the man who tried to fight a volcano, and shocker, the volcano won. It's 79 AD. The Roman Empire is at its peak, everyone's walking around in togas, and Mount Vesuvius is just sitting there, minding its own business, pretending it's a harmless, scenic mountain. But on August 24th, Vesuvius decides it's done pretending and blasts a colossal column of ash, rock, and gas, a staggering 20 miles into the sky. Across the Bay of Naples, at the Roman naval base of Misenum, sits Pliny the Elder. He was a brilliant author, a naturalist, a naval commander, and apparently someone who thought he was completely lava-proof. As reports of the eruption come in, Pliny does what any normal, curious scientist would do. No, he doesn't just record observations from a safe distance. He orders his men to get the fleet ready because he wants to go investigate it up close. Yes, you heard that right. He wants to sail directly toward a cataclysmic natural disaster that is actively raining down destruction. A true genius move. Just as his ships are preparing to launch, a messenger arrives with a desperate note. A friend's family is trapped in a villa at the foot of the volcano, begging for a rescue. Pliny's scientific curiosity instantly transforms into a full-blown rescue mission. He declares, "Say no more, I'm coming." But instead of just sending one ship to get his friends, he decides to take an entire squadron of warships. His men are terrified, and for good reason. The sea is being pelted with falling rocks and hot, burning pumice. But Pliny, our fearless leader, insists they push forward. Was it for science? Was it for heroism? Or was it just monumentally poor decision-making? Probably all of the above. The closer they get, the worse the conditions become. Ash is raining down so thick it turns day into night, the waves are chaotic, and the air is getting harder to breathe. Imagine deliberately driving your car into a Category 5 hurricane just because you want to check it out. That's basically what Pliny is doing right now, but with ancient Roman galleys. Against all odds, he finally reaches the town of Stabiae, where his friend Pomponianus is understandably panicking. Pliny, ever the cool-headed commander, decides the best way to calm everyone down is to take a bath. Yes. While a pyroclastic flow, a superheated cloud of gas and ash, is getting ready to roar down the mountain, Pliny is literally chilling in a Roman bath, probably sipping some wine. He even has a meal and takes a nap, assuring everyone that the shaking is just normal tremors. But eventually, even Pliny can't ignore reality. The ash and pumice are piling up so high they're blocking the doorways. The air becomes thick with toxic, sulfurous gases. The group decides it's time to flee. They tie pillows to their heads for protection against the falling stones and make a break for the shore, hoping the winds have changed so they can escape by sea. But as they stumble through the darkness, Pliny struggles. He tries to stand up with the help of 2 slaves, but he collapses. The toxic air, thick with sulfur and death, is too much for him. His men try to carry him, but it's too late. Pliny the Elder, the brilliant scholar and naval commander, becomes the first recorded person to die by knowingly going toward a volcanic eruption instead of running away from it. So how do we know all these incredible details? His nephew, Pliny the Younger, witnessed the eruption from a distance, and later wrote letters describing everything his uncle did. Thanks to him, we have a vivid, first-hand account of that fateful day. And thanks to Pliny the Elder, we have a perfect example of how not to deal with an erupting volcano. So that's the story of the man who tried to outsmart a volcano with a boat. Spoiler: he didn't win. If you enjoyed this episode of History's Dumbest Decisions, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because next time we're covering another legendary moment, when an entire army lost a war to a flock of giant birds. Thanks for watching.